Bom dia e bem-vindos, my hungry amigos. Welcome back, and I am Portuguese Jimmy, once again your host, as we continue our adventure with Algarve appetite. So today we have the start of summer. It's the 1st of June. It's a beautiful evening here, about 7 o'clock. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook up a little treat outside for the family. Today it's going to be one of the favourites, which is Pasta Primavera. Dead simple, easy dish to do. And the great thing about Pasta Primavera is a lot of the ingredients I have from the garden. You're a gardening dog, aren't you, Dee? My peppers are doing particularly well this year. Unfortunately, I don't have any red ones as yet. We don't have any red ones as yet, do we, Dee Dog? Let's pick one of these and we'll have this guy. So there's a couple of decent sized peppers, I would say. A couple of onions. Again, these are looking pretty healthy. Look at those. You can't get any healthier than that. Have you got to say anything about the subject, D-Dog? So unprofessional. I mean, all I'm trying to do is give you an opportunity in life. And I honestly feel that you're not taking it seriously. We're back here. We have our ingredients. Nice and fresh. I forgot to film, we also got some fresh basil there as well. I have frozen garlic, which I've chopped and put in olive oil. I've never used it before, but let's see how we get on. So first of all, we have our peppers here. Let's get these done. Now, the onions. And as these are straight out of the garden, let's not waste all of the green stalks here. Let's cut up some of these and put them in as well. So some stalks. And finally, our store-bought mushrooms, 250. I'm going to stop there for a second and remind you that we have Algarve Appetite baseball caps. If you see Liam and I out and about filming, and you don't mind being on film yourself, come up and say hello. We'll give you a baseball cap, give you a little introduction on the channel, and it would be great to see you. So come and get some free stuff. Back to the recipe. The funny thing about Pasta Primavera is it's almost like you can use whatever you like. You know, whatever veg you have in the freezer, you're going to fry it up. So we're going to go for peppers, onions and mushrooms. I think I've got some frozen peas. I might throw those in. And the final bit of prep for the Primavera, let's grate our cheese. Now you need about, again, it's down to personal preference, but about 150 grams of this stuff. So let's just get this grated. And there we go. So okay, the first step is we fry our vegetables up with some olive oil. So I mentioned earlier we had this idea to stop the garlic going off. I mean, garlic will keep for 6 or 7 months, but we wanted to try this little experiment. This is about a teaspoon of garlic in olive oil, which is now frozen and available for when we need it. So let's pop these out, and I think we'll probably need about 3 of these, which would be about 3 teaspoons. So let's enter these to a pot. This recipe calls for quite a bit of olive oil, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more to here just to cool the pan down a bit, because it's a little on the hot side. And by the end we want the olive oil and the Parmesan cheese to really provide a good cover across all the veg and the pasta. Want to make sure that our little garlic ice cubes are completely defrosted. So basically, when the order that you cook this in really depends on the type of veg that you have. Let's go for the stuff that's going to take a little longer to cook. So I'm going to go for my peppers first. Then we'll add our onions. So I'm going to leave that to fry for a couple of minutes with the garlic, the peppers and the onions. Right, I'm going to add now my mushrooms. I'm going to add some frozen peas to this. You can defrost them or just add them just directly. So yeah, let's add our peas again, just to taste, and they'll defrost just perfectly. And then here I am going to boil up some water and cook the pasta. Again, you can use any type you want. We're using pen pasta here. This is actually really good for Pasta Primavera because we're going to add a lot of oil and a lot of cheese, and it kind of gets into all the nooks and crannies, as it were. Okay, so that's our water come to a rolling boil. We'll open our pasta and add it to our water. Now I'm using, I think it's a full pack, it's 500 grams. 500 grams of pen pasta. We find our family of 5, about a pack of pasta is perfect. The other great thing about this, not only is it very cheap, very easy, but you can use it the next day. So if there's some left today, we'll just put it in the fridge overnight, then we'll have it as a pasta salad tomorrow. So a secret ingredient is add a vegetable stock cube to there. Just gonna, it'll melt away through our veg just to give it just that bit of extra flavour. And so our vegetables are getting well on their way now. I now have my next secret ingredient, Leon Perrins, or they call it here, English sauce. You can be quite liberal with this, maybe a tablespoon. It's completely optional, but again, you can't taste it as such, but it just adds a depth of flavour to the dish. Yeah, our pasta's now ready, so let's drain it. So that's our pasta ready. So let's just add this to our pot. Just add the whole lot like this and just give it a good stir in. And it takes longer than you think, actually, just to get this so it's consistently distributed. Okay, now we have to add, first of all, the olive oil. And you'll be surprised, you'll need quite a lot of olive oil here because we want to fully coat all of the pasta. So hopefully you can see this here. Really, it's when it starts to glisten. This point we don't want to cook it too much. It's only just keeping it warm. And next I'm going to add our Parmesan cheese. And again, do this bit by bit. Again, I'm taking it off the heat because I don't want too much heat in it, because we don't want our vegetables getting too soft because we like a bit of crunch. Let's add some more cheese here. Now, as I mentioned at the start, this is a kind of go-to recipe for the Russells and has been for years. So normally we would just have it like this and serve it up as a completely vegetarian kind of dish. But today we have some prawns to use up, so we're going to do a quick recipe with those as well. Add the last of our cheese. Again, it's all down to personal preference. Yeah, but what you really want is just a good consistency through the pasta and through your vegetables. Just going to get a bit of heat onto that, melt the cheese a little. And at this point we need some salt and pepper, again, just to taste. For those of you that like spice, you can also put some chili or some chili flakes in this. It actually works quite well. And again, it really lifts those flavours a bit. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to take it off the heat and put that to one side, and then we can focus on our shrimp, prawn. When is a shrimp and a prawn's a prawn? Answer down in the comments, because I have no idea. Is a shrimp bigger than a prawn? Surely not. Surely a prawn's bigger than a shrimp, because a shrimp, yeah, interesting. So here we have our shrimp, our prawns, previously peeled and deveined. So the only other thing I need is chilies and some garlic. So I have a couple of chilies here. Again, these were for the garden. So I'm just going to... So I'm going to go for quite a lot of garlic here. Let's go for about 5 cloves. And we don't need to peel them or anything like that, we just crush them down Just to add some olive oil. So we're going to need a fair amount of olive oil, which is unfortunate because it's expensive, because we need to obviously cover the shrimp. Yeah, so we want to get the olive oil quite hot, and the idea is to quickly cook the shrimp, so the prawn. So probably no longer than a couple of minutes, because it's so easy to overcook. And then what we'll do is we'll have this on the side, and people can help themselves if they want. And just before we serve up, we'll just put the pasta back on just to heat it through again. Okay, so we don't want it too hot. I can smell the flavours coming off there. So let's quickly get our prawns in here. Just give it a quick stir. And the last thing we want to do is overcook these. We're looking for them to just go from pink to white. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that that's ready. So put this into a little serving dish. Careful not to burn myself. Smells lovely. So the next thing is to quickly clear the table. I'll just heat up the pasta again very quickly off camera. Put some more heat back in it, and then call the guests. Oh, one vital step. We need to put our basil in. Or basil, if you're American. And Portuguese. I think the Portuguese say basil. Yeah, I can hear some bubbling going on here. So I'm just going to kind of break this up. Just add it to there. And by adding that right at the end, we should get a nice strong basil flavour getting through the basil flavour. So anyway, here we are. We're all sitting down to our Pasta Primavera and our shrimp prawn. So Sadie, are you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
You going to have some shrimp?
Yeah.
Some prawn? Good girl. Amanda said she's going to have some later. Danny, are you going to have some?
Probably.
Are you going to smile, laugh today?
I'm not going to laugh, I'll smile.
Let's just do a wee survey. What do you think, Sadie?
It's very nice.
It's very nice. What do you think of the shrimp? Because that's a bit of an indulgent. We don't normally have shrimp, do we?
I don't know.
You don't know? Bloody riveted stuff this is, isn't it? Good, alright. Do you think, oh, bloody get a BAFTA with you, will I? Danny, what do you think?
Really good.
Really good. Marks out of 10, Daddy.
Probably say an 8.
An 8. Liam?
Very nice.
At least someone in this family's a bloody professional.
Pasta Primavera on its own is pretty tasty, but the prawns add a kind of nice seafood flavour to it that isn't normally present, but it's certainly welcome. So well done, Jimmy.
Marks out of 10?
Solid 9.
Solid 9. I'll take that. And at last, poor Jimmy gets to eat. Poor Jimmy. So we've just asked Mr. Google, and he tells us it's 22 degrees, so it's a lovely, lovely night. The sun will set in about 20 minutes. So, cheers. Really good. Oh, shrimp are good. There's not a strong flavour of either garlic or chilli, but it's there. They're really tasty. Now, at the end of this video, I'll link to my Portuguese prawn recipe, which is a delicious dish as well. Now, we'll go back to Amanda. Amanda, can I have your comments, please?
Thanks.
Marks out of 10?
10.
Have you had a prawn yet? Are you going to have one?
Maybe.
Danny's going to try the prawn. Danny's not a big fan of prawns, so what we must do is not put her off when she's eating. Danny, why are you laughing? I think we're done for the night. Thank you again for watching. Tune in next time when we may be at a restaurant, we may be in the garden, or we may be cooking again. So, like, comment, subscribe. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. I've been Portuguese Jimmy. That's been a giggling moron. That's been delicious. That's been shrimp. That's been Sadie. Till the next time. Adios, amigos. At Algarve Appetites, we're all about creating delicious recipes, but also watching the pennies. So, how much did this recipe cost to make in total, and what's the average cost per serving? Let's look at the numbers. Thank you so much for watching right to the end of the video. If you're interested in following us on our other social media, please check our link tree at Algarve Appetite, and the link will be in the description below. Also on screen is a link to a video which we think you'll really enjoy. And finally, click on the Algarve Appetite logo on screen to subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.